What's up, everybody? It's your boy Walt, aka E-Say, tuning in again on another episode of WalTalK. Now, today I want to talk about that little bit of doubt people be having sometimes, when you're feeling like you're not enough, not successful enough, not talented enough, not as far as everybody else is. We all start life feeling small. As kids, we literally are powerless. But instead of seeing that it's damage, it can become motivation. The problem isn't feeling weaker or inferior. The problem is when people let it control them. Some people use that feeling to rise. Some people let it break them down. And some people get stuck in what we call an inferiority complex, where they decide, I'll never be enough, so why try? Stay tuned. Everyone feels weak or less than at some point in life. The key is to not allow that to stop you from reaching your greatness. The feeling of being behind is normal. It's not a flaw. People collapse under the pressure. Some people rise to the occasion. Your doubt is a weakness. It can be your engine to fuel you to greatness. Sometimes you need that pressure. It'd be the last minute stuff, or it'll be just having that pressure of not being number one. Keeps you going and pushing to strive and thrive to be number one. And then when you're number one, you got that pressure of your spot getting took. So feeling like you're inferior or less than in certain situations actually could be benefit for you for motivation. It depends on if you use it as fuel or you don't. Some people believe that you could be a product of your environment, product of your past trauma or past anything. Some people believe that you could be driven by purpose, not the past, not the pain, not the trauma. You gotta look at the truth of the situation, which is the thing that you think makes you weak may be the very thing that's sharpening you into someone powerful. I once heard somebody say, you're right. That's the mindset you should have, is that you're always right. If you feel like you're weaker, you're right, because your performance is going to show, because your mental is saying that you are weaker. If you feel you're stronger or powerful, you're right, because you're going to strive and think as if you are, so you're going to do it. People who grow up poor often grind harder. Kids who felt unnoticed often build something worth noticing. People who were doubted build lives that silence doubters. You're not broken, you're becoming. Stop pretending. Stop pretending like you don't feel behind. Awareness is strength. You have to point out and notice and accept to yourself, this is where I'm weaker at. This is where I need to work on. This is where I need to fix. Don't just hype yourself up. Become undeniable. Do it until it's undeniably known that that's what it is you're doing. That's what you're improving. That's what you're showing. Believe in the confidence. The confidence comes from being useful to others. When you help people, you stop obsessing over yourself. So if you feel behind right now, good. You just haven't discovered your fuel source yet. And those that feel stuck, you're not stuck. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're just unclear. We have to stop looking at the past as being what happened to us, made us who we are, makes us make certain decisions. We need to start thinking more on what happened to us is fuel and motivation to where I'm going to go next, what I'm going to achieve next. That's where the feeling weaker or feeling less than comes in, because you don't have, so you want to have. You don't get, and you want to get. And a lot of times it's because people don't see the future. They don't see the future. So motivation disappears when the future disappears. Most people say things like, I just can't get motivated. And tell yourself that when you're working and you're going hard, I'm doing this for something meaningful. I'm doing this for a purpose. Give yourself that motivation, that reach. We live in a world of comparison. Who has more followers? Who has a better car, or better spouse, or, who's winning? The real strength is not in superiority or being able to say you have something that nobody else got. The real strength is contribution. What can you do now that you have something that don't nobody got? What can you provide? What can you give back with that? That's the real strength. You don't need to be above people. You need to be valuable to people. And that's where real worth comes in, real wealth comes in. Comparison kills self-wealth. Because every time you compare, you tell your brain, what I am isn't enough. And that's wrong. You are enough. And that's where the contribution comes in. Contribution builds the confidence. Giving back builds the confidence. Because now your worth isn't measured by likes or status. It's measured by your impact. People feel what you're saying. People giving you praise, or people telling you that something you've done for them or done has affected their life in a positive way. So your childhood shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. Maybe you grew up unseen. Maybe you always had to be strong. Maybe you were told you never be anything, or maybe you didn't get enough praise. At some point, that belief stopped being something that happened to you, and then it became something that you repeat constantly to yourself. And we don't live life as it is. We live life as we interpret it. So if you change your narrative, you change your future. You're not who you had to be. You're who you choose to become now. Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. Pick the pen up. You can always rewrite your story. Everybody wants confidence, but most people wait around for it like it's magically gonna appear. Confidence doesn't come first. Courage comes first. Confidence is the reward from that. You gotta go out here and be courageous and do things that might not necessarily go along with what you want to do. Might not necessarily go along with what you like to do. But you have to have the courage to go out there and do what needs to be done for that vision, for that interpretation, that future that you have for yourself. Courage is moving while scared. Confidence is the result of doing it anyway. It's like the serenity prayer, you know. God give me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Amen. You're not supposed to start fearless. You're supposed to start nervous and move anyway. Every strong person you see, they weren't brave because they had confidence. They built confidence because they practiced courage. You gotta go out there and you gotta have some big cojones, man. Gotta have some cojones, man. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait to feel fearless. Just take one courageous step at a time. Confidence will meet you there. Eagles. Let's just say pros and cons to the last L we just took. It was more of a coaching decision to sit the players the game before the starters, the game before playoffs. So it's a pro by saying, okay, we let the people that we need to be in the game get rest and don't jeopardize possible injuries or anything of the sort. Congratulations to my boys for 1,000 yards receiving. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, shout out to the homies. Shout out to Jordan Mailata for getting the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Shout out Saquon Barkley for coming through when we need him to come through, holding it down, still being a factor back there. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, 5 postseasons. Come on now, the boy always going for the playoffs. And shout out to the Philly defense, man. We got Jalen Carter, Cooper DeJean, Zach Vaughn, Jordan Davis, Brandon Graham, Queion Mitchell. We got Queion Mitchell. Can't forget about Reed Blankenship. So we got both sides of the ball ready. Healthy players, man. I really don't see us losing to the 49ers. But it would have been nicer to have played the Packers. 49ers are hurt, so I don't see us losing. But, the way the season's been, it's up and down. But I feel confident that we're going to win. We just got too many weapons to deal with. The 49ers have their half their squad is missing. 49ers got some players that's going to be riding the pine because of injuries. I think it should be a smooth move, man. Now the Bears got Caleb Williams, Kyle Monangai, Luther Burden III, DJ Moore, Romo Dunze, Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland. That 8-4-8-5 combination is deadly. DeAndre Swift. On the defense, we got Montez Sweat, we got Tremaine Edmonds, got TJ Edwards, got Josh Blackwell, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Jones going up against Green Bay again. So my boys gonna have to hold it down for a repeat back-to-back Green Bay beat. Cause I would love to see my two teams play again in the end to figure out which one's gonna go to the win. Which one gonna go win the Super Bowl. Because it's going to come down to it again. The Eagles will play the Bears again. If both of them win this first game, Bears got to beat Green Bay again, and Eagles got to beat 49ers. Good luck to everybody out there. Go Birds. Go Bears.